In this video, we'll be going over how you can connect with other students to make roommate groups for housing selection. First, you're going to want to log into the same housing portal that you logged into to fill out your housing application. You can do this by going to housing.augustana.edu or going to the Augustana College website under Residential Life and clicking on Housing Application. Once you're here, you should see your home screen. You can go to the navigation at the top left, and I would first suggest going to Personal Information and clicking on Roommate Profile. Here, you can choose to fill in some information about how you'd like to be contacted and insert a little bit of personal information about yourself under My Profile. This is especially important if you don't already have a roommate group that you know you want to live with. Next, what you should do is navigate back and then go to Housing Selection and select Roommates. Here, you'll be able to select the term, make sure you're in fall 2020. You'll be able to see if you have sent any roommate requests, if you have any roommate requests to receive, or search for roommates. So you can see that here I'm spiking for today, and I can click on this and I have a roommate request from Loki Odinson. So I'm going to go ahead and match this. I can also email Loki, I can view Loki's roommate profile, or I can decline the roommate request. But I do want to live with Loki. I also want to live with another student. So I'm first going to match this roommate request, and it'll tell me that my roommate group is fully matched, but because we want to set up a roommate group of 3, I still need to request a different roommate to add to our group. So I'm going to go here to search for roommate. Here, you'll be able to search by a lot of different information. So if I don't know who I want to live with already, I could select to try to see who has the same wake up time or go to sleep time, maybe who wants the same guests in our room, or search by name if I do know who I'm looking for. So I'm going to actually search by first name, and I'm going to search for Thor. Now, because that's a less common search, when I scroll down, there's only one Thor in the system, and I can see how they've answered all of the questions that I've answered in my housing application too. If they would have filled out a profile, it would be here, but he has not filled out a profile. I'm going to go ahead and request this roommate, and you should see Save Successful there at the bottom. I can then see that Thor is part of our roommate request, and I can see who has accepted or declined that request and who I'm waiting on. So especially if you're in a larger group, this is really important as the initiator of this. Everyone does have to mutually select each other. So again, I could poke Thor since I haven't heard back from him, and trying to get our roommate group to be fully matched. This is really important because you will not be able to see anything during housing selection that your group doesn't fill. So if we have a group of 3, right now I'd only be able to see the group of 2 options because I haven't fully matched our roommate group yet. So once Thor goes in and accepts that request, I'm going to do that on the back end really quick, just so we can see what a fully matched roommate group is like. You should be able to go into your housing profile. You might need to refresh and click again on Housing Selection, select Roommates, and now you can see that our roommate group is fully matched. And you can see that all 3 of us have accepted each other or sent a request to each other. If you have any questions or you run into any difficulties, please make sure you're contacting us at residentiallife@augustana.edu.